One of the best things a person can do in life is learning from their mistakes. Although defeat is frequently considered a bad thing, it may also be a fantastic learning experience. We can learn a great deal from defeat about our character, our talents and shortcomings, and how to become better in the future. Knowing that no one is perfect is among the most crucial lessons to learn from defeat. It's crucial to utilize defeat as inspiration to keep pursuing our objectives. It can be difficult to admit defeat, but it can also serve as a reminder of what we can do differently the next time. It might give you the motivation you need to keep trying and never give up. Just as Thomas A. Edison put it, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." In this video, we are going to look at 11 lessons to learn from defeat. 1. Don't take defeat personally. It can be difficult not to take defeat personally. When we feel like we've put in a lot of effort and don't get the results we were hoping for, it can be easy to feel like it's a personal failure. However, it's important to remember that failure doesn't mean you're a bad person or that you're not capable of success. Instead, it means that this particular attempt wasn't successful, and that's it. It's important to take a step back and analyze the situation objectively. What went wrong? What could you have done differently to get a different outcome? 2. Accept it and move on. When something bad happens, we don't always have the ability to control the outcome, although we can control how we react to it. Accepting it and moving on is an important step in dealing with difficult situations. Accepting something can be hard, especially if it is something that causes us pain or sadness, but accepting it is the first step in being able to move on and move forward. It means acknowledging that the situation is out of our control, and that we are not to blame. 3. Don't blame yourself. It can be easy to take on the blame for things that go wrong in life, but it is important to remember that you are not responsible for every outcome. Don't blame yourself for events and circumstances that are out of your control. It is important to recognize when you could have done something better, but it is also important to be able to accept that sometimes things just happen. 4. Learn from your mistakes. Learning from our mistakes is a key part of growing and improving as individuals. It is important to accept responsibility for our mistakes and be willing to learn from them. When we make mistakes, it is important to take the time to reflect on what went wrong and how to avoid making the same mistake in the future. This process of reflection and learning can help us to identify areas of improvement and work towards making positive changes. 5. Reflect on what went wrong. Reflecting on what went wrong can be a difficult but beneficial exercise. It can help provide insight into what mistakes were made and how to avoid them in the future. It can also help to identify areas that need improvement and make changes accordingly. 6. Determine the cause of the defeat. When you have experienced a defeat, it is important to take the time to reflect on what went wrong. Determining the cause of your defeat can help you to learn from your mistakes, avoid making the same mistakes in the future, and find ways to improve your performance. 7. Don't dwell on it. Don't dwell on your defeat is an important reminder to not let failure or disappointment take control of your life. It's important to acknowledge the defeat, learn from it, and move on. Dwelling on the failure or disappointment can keep you stuck in the past, unable to move forward and make progress. 8. Make adjustments for the future. After experiencing a defeat, it is important to take the time to reflect on what went wrong and make adjustments for the future. This can include evaluating the decisions that were made, the strategies used, and the overall approach to the task at hand. Taking an honest look at what could have been done differently may help to identify areas of improvement. 9. Maintain a positive attitude. It is important to maintain a positive attitude after experiencing a defeat. This can be difficult, especially if it was a situation where a great deal was at stake. However, it is important to recognize that any defeat is an opportunity for growth and reflection. 10. Don't give up. No matter what setbacks you may face, there is one thing that you should never do: give up. Life is filled with defeats, disappointments, and failures, but the real key to success is learning how to bounce back after being defeated. 11. Take responsibility for your actions. Taking responsibility for your actions is an important part of life. In order to be successful, you must be willing to take ownership of the decisions you make and the consequences that come with them. It is important to remember that you are the one in control of your own life, and that by accepting responsibility for your actions, you are setting yourself up for success. Ultimately, learning from defeat is about resilience and growth. It is about recognizing our weaknesses and using them as strength to continue our journey. It is about not letting defeat define us, but instead allowing it to be a part of our development. Each defeat is an opportunity to learn. grow, and become a better version of ourselves. Thanks for watching.